And today in the UTV studio we have Sead Rizvanovic, owner of the YouTube channel Warthog Defense. Greetings, Mr. Rizvanovic.
Greetings, nice to be here.
Thanks. It is a pleasure to have you at our studio. So the first question will be about probably Belarusian accumulation of troops on the border with Ukraine. Lukashenko tries to uh, promote power to translate it, but is there real danger to it?
Well, Lukashenko is trying to do more, I think, by my opinion. He is trying to make some leverage on the Ukrainian offensive in the Kursk region. He is trying to put pressure on the Ukrainian armed forces by buildup of troops on the border, by creating momentum of or creating uh, appearance that he can attack Ukraine on conduct an invasion from Belarus. But I think that is not a very possible scenario right now for several reasons. One of them is that Lukashenko is, I think, smarter than that, and to involve his country in a direct invasion on Ukraine. We can see that in the almost past 3 years he didn't do that. Even he have very close relations with Russia. They have defensive pact and everything. But he was very careful not to involve Belarus directly in the war in Ukraine. And I don't think that he is going to do that, especially that the West have. Uh, so many leverage on him. They have so many tools to apply pressure, like more sanctions that are not applied on Belarus, and they are keeping him on a tight leash this way. So I don't think that he is going to do that. This is just a move by him, probably uh, instrumented by Putin to do that, to apply another pressure on Ukrainian armed forces. But I think that the invasion from Belarus is very less likely.
We see that Russian armed forces cannot stop, for at least now, a deeper incursion in the Kursk region. Probably Belarusian armed forces with almost zero battle experience. The last one was in Afghanistan during the times of the Soviet Union. They are worried about possible Ukrainian incursion if they attack from their side. And returning to the Kursk region, that operation and Russia's response, everyone in the West was scared of escalation. They said that Russia will hit you with 100 missiles, but we are having those hundreds of missiles each month. There was indeed a strike of 4 days, a streak of massive drone and missile strikes. We lost one F-16, it was confirmed. How do you see the events unfolding with F-16, Western help, and their relentless refusal to allow us to hit Russia with those weapons?
Well, that story about escalation, it's not strange, but not a very relevant story, uh, relevant argument. As you said, Russians are hitting Ukraine for with everything that they have, and they are doing this for almost 3 years. I don't know what kind of escalation will that be if Russia have 700,000 soldiers in Ukraine, and if they are attacking, as you said, with 1,000 missiles, uh, but not maybe daily, but weekly. And what kind of escalation? Are we talking about nuclear attack or what? Because this is the escalation, and I don't see any other escalation because Russia is doing everything that it can to destroy Ukraine, and I think that this move by the uh, General Sirsky in Kursk is a brilliant move. This is something that was done before. Is As a matter of fact, this is something that was done in by Russia recently in Kharkiv region, but they didn't succeed there. They are stopped there, and the Ukrainians done the very same thing. What is the point of this? Because Ukraine and Russia are stuck in some form of attrition warfare for the last year and a half, for instance, and we can see that neither side can make some significant breakthrough, some effort to claim more territory. So Sirsky has done something that any commander will do. He has find a weak spot. He has find a soft belly of the Russian armed forces, and he strike there. Is legitimate. This is the legitimate tools. This is self-defense by UN charter. You are attacking the territory from where the attack is coming from on your country. And with this move, Sirsky has done big things. He has moved the attention of the Western media on Ukraine again. He has shown that Ukrainian armed forces can be innovative again in their tactics. Then even when many people thought that there is nothing else that they can do, he has shown them that he can do that. He has diverted Russian resources, Russian logistics, and we can say that one of the reasons, and I think that Sirsky has admitted that that was one of the reasons to divert more Russian troops from the eastern battlefield, from Donetsk, especially where the things are hard, like, for example, in Pokrovsk. That didn't happen, as we can see, but nevertheless, this is a brilliant move, and this move is creating not just military problems for Russia, but huge politically problems for Putin, because now the third year in his failed invasion of Ukraine, now we are not talking about will Kiev be captured in 3 days, or when Kharkiv will be captured, or Odessa. We are talking how to defend Russian territory, and this is very bad for the Russian military and for the Russian politics.
Yes, indeed. We see that Russians are still present on Pokrovsk. Their forces were not diverted from their main direction of strike. And do you think that's part of agony? Because Russian oil refineries are burning. They keep burning every night right now because of Ukrainian long range drone strikes. We had allegedly some Ukrainian missiles striking into Russian oil depots and in temporarily occupied territories. Also, Kursk is on the defense. We have Russian territory like taken by Ukrainian forces, and also we have burning oil depots and oil infrastructure. Do you see that the pressing on Pokrovsk is the last territorial gain they are willing to make until recuperating, because that oil is very crucial for them?
Well, yes, the strike on oil refineries in what is also one of the best Ukrainian tactics in the past year. We can see that this is creating a lot of pressure on Russia economically, politically, militarily. We can see that fuel shortages in Russia itself. This is problem not for the military, but for the civilian population. And of course, there is that huge PR impact of these strikes. We have saw that Russia has a demand from the United States to make pressure on Ukraine to stop with these attacks, but I don't think that is going to happen. And when we're talking about Pokrovsk, well, Russian military has shown that they. I will mention again the attack in Kharkiv, because the same thing that the Russians tried to do in Kharkiv, Ukrainians managed to do in Kursk, and this is connected to Pokrovsk in the way that Russian military has, of course, adapted from the start of the war, when they were very worse that they are now. But again, they are not showing some up improvement in this area in the way that they are conducting their warfare. This is still based on their vast reserves of armor and weapons left from the Soviet period, and with use of disposable manpower, with meat attacks, and this is all that they are doing. And although some are saying that the Russian reserves are limitless and that Russia can never lose, this is not the thing. We have saw this happened many times in history, not only in Afghanistan or in the first Chechen war, but many centuries back in history. And and this is also happening in Pokrovsk. They are using the reserves. They are throwing their soldiers in the battle. They have so many victims here, but they are continuing because Putin have to show some success here. He have to seize some territory, and they are going to continue that in probably in the Pokrovsk direction. But over time, we can see that, as you said, you are right. Their capabilities are shrinking. They are not increasing. Their reserves are shrinking. Their manpower is shrinking. Their weapons are shrinking. And especially with these attacks on strategic infrastructure, this is creating a hell of a lot problems for them. And their, as I said, their reserves are not limitless. They have limits, and those limits are closing up.
Thank you. Unfortunately, we're seeing that occupying Ukrainian territories are more important to Putin and his regime than defending their own Kursk region. And we hope that their reserves indeed will shrink very fast with those oil plants burning more. Thank you. It was Siat Rizvanovich, owner of YouTube channel Warthog Defense. That concludes our today's video. Thank you for watching. Stay updated, comment, like, and subscribe to our UETV English channel for more news from Ukraine, because it is your support that really matters for us. Goodbye.